I'll see 3,000 miles away.
Send the message. I'll send you a message in the morning.
And I'll send you a flower.
We're
Give
ready.
a Joe.
Right, so we've got Hum Fuzz with us today.
Hello.
And we've got, let's go from this side, Leo, Ollie, George, and Alex.
Hey.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
So how long has Hum Fuzz been making music?
I'd say about
Nearing 2 years.
Nearing
now.
2
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Year and a half, getting
Good
to
2 years though. It's been a good 2 years.
It's gone fast.
And do you play all your own songs or do you throw some covers in?
I mean, we rarely put covers in, do we?
Alright, yeah.
Rarely put
We
covers
did
in.
Twist and Shout a few times.
And
at
Electric
parties.
Feel as well.
For our pals, you know, you get out the classics.
Electric Feel as well came out a couple of times.
But the gigs where we're trying to show like our own original material, we try and obviously play our own sets.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So how easy do you find it at the minute to get gigs for this kind of music where you are?
That's a
It's
question.
never
That's
been a
question-
massive problem.
It's a
Yeah.
question for you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Really?
never
This guy
been us.
does all the gigging.
Yeah, he does all the gigs,
gets us
emails.
the stuff.
Never been a massive problem, like from the offset, because we're from near Bristol, and Bristol's got some sick venues. So straight away, like just whack a couple emails about and
He's because he's belligerent. So he just go
I think
email,
the thing
email,
is to
email,
be-
email.
yeah, you
like
gotta be
no,
forward.
no, yes, no, no, yes.
You got to
Like-
be the one that makes the contact instead of
Yeah.
waiting for it to come to you,
Yeah,
because like obviously no one knows us, so like.
But I
you
never
need
found
to-
it to be a problem.
Yeah,
and,
so-
and still don't.
Some of us would be like,
We
oh, we
ramble.
don't want to annoy this person. But then
And
why?
White's
Why
like,
doesn't
I'm
he give
gonna
it? He doesn't give a damn.
Why's just like, oh, fucking do it, and he does it.
So just delete the email at the worst.
Yeah.
Worst happens, we don't get a reply. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if you don't get a reply, you don't get a reply. So it goes,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Email
Nothing.
again.
Oh, email again. Email again.
Also, be warned, we do ramble.
No, I like a ramble.
Okay, good.
Ramble away.
I'm glad she likes a ramble.
Oh,
'cause
let's
we
have
do
a ramble
that.
then.
That'd be awful.
Let's go for a ramble.
No,
then.
it's
Let's go for a ramble.
It's just
in
one-
the brambles.
It's just one word replies. Just
Nope.
Yep.
Yes.
With just one word reply.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Him.
Do you find it helps to go to gigs and see other bands play and to network and shit, or is that not really?
Ooh,
Well,
Overly
interesting.
motivational, I think, is the main thing.
Say again.
Overly motivated, like it just
Yeah,
drives
it's
us so much.
inspiring.
We see other bands that have got a crowd
Yeah,
that sing
yeah.
their songs back.
I mean,
and
like-
we're part of that crowd, and
we
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
and another thing, we all go to Glastonbury as well. And when you go to Glastonbury, you're instantly bombarded with this. This could be us. It's so inspiring to be there, you know.
it would just be so much fun. We played a gig at Thekla. And Thekla's a place where we've been going since like 13, 14, 15.
It's where me and George first were like we went to see a band, and halfway through the set we were like, because
Need to write some
we'd been in
music,
bands
yeah.
before, but it was like a long gap of not being in a band, and halfway through the gig me and George turned to each other and we're just like, we need to start this up, and then started this.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Literally, so it's the live scene that inspires you the most, you think? So.
Yeah, I would say so. And gigging with other bands and making friends and making links and stuff.
Right.
Like, and then
And it's just-
gigging with those bands.
Yeah.
It's just good fun as well.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah.
I think one of our friends said this on an interview before, but it is, when it comes to what inspires us, your peers, your friends who are also in bands, and you see how well they're doing, that inspires me anyway. That makes me like, wow, I want to do better. I want to not better than them, but I want to do better than myself. And I look at them and I want to be as good as them, you know. And it makes me feel,
No, that's amazing, rather than just being jealous and...
yeah, because they're not your competition.
And all
they're your
helping each other out
inspiration,
as well. All
you
helping
know?
each other out. Like bands bigger than us help us out. Bands smaller than us we help out and do gigs with and stuff.
It's fun.
And like all make friends
Yeah.
and stuff.
So what are some of the slightly bigger bands that you've been working with then?
We in London we did a good gig with King Nun and like met up with them and stuff.
Yeah,
and
King
we talked
Nun.
to them.
Yeah,
That was a
King
pretty
Nun.
big
They
one.
were
They're
sick.
supporting.
They're doing really well, aren't
They
they?
did some
Foo
supporting on
Fighters.
Foo
Yeah,
Fighters.
Yeah.
So we're one step away.
And we also, our first gig in London, we supported Naked Giants. And
Oh, yeah.
And they're
Good
like,
friends.
they're from America, they're doing international tours, so they're pretty.
And that gig led us to getting our manager,
Yeah,
Dana.
we got
Big
our-
up Dana.
our manager.
Big up Dana.
Dana,
We love you. We love you
we
lots.
love you, Dana. Dana is our manager lady.
She is our London plant.
Yeah, she's
Our
the London
London
Our
lady.
plant.
London plant.
She's Greek and Russian.
She's Greek and
she's
Russian.
from London, so she does all the shit, and she's a Capricorn.
She's a
So
Capricorn.
she knows how to do shit. She's like, this is the facts. Take on the anyway.
Yeah,
she's
I'm pretty
great.
sure she worked out all of our star signs and was like, okay, I know what I'm dealing with now.
What a
she
load of
guessed
shit.
it based on your personality?
No, she just. It's just a joke, but it's
She
like we know that as soon as she knows the star sign.
So
knows
she's
what
put on a
dealing
few
with.
gigs in London that are kind of pieced together, and the music does flow. We've played a lot of gigs, like obviously gigs when we're our age. There are like punk bands and kind of jazzy, very very low key bands, and then there are more indie rock bands. and a gig with like a mix of them is very like, oh, it's this style and then this style. She's managed to like form a gig night that it
Get
just
us to the right
flows
place.
beautifully.
Yeah.
Which is really,
It's not an easy thing to do.
It's not, no.
And then
it's
the
not.
London audience is a bit different in my opinion. They will always listen to you and give you a
I
chance.
just fucking
and-
love the gig in London.
Yeah, gigging in London's
It's really exciting.
It's a good,
It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's a good
Sick.
thing.
And because it's so far from home, you feel like you're like doing things.
So when we,
Yeah.
like he's got a McGann, is it a Renault McGann?
Random again, scenic.
And,
Nan car.
it's a Nan car and it can fit all the band gear up, and then we'd cruise up to London, all four of us in the car, like it's just good fun.
But the thing is, in London, people want to know about new music.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Around this, where we come from, it's like I never heard this band before, never heard that song before. But in London, everyone's like, I don't know who these guys are, but I'm gonna film it, tag them on
gonna
social
give 'em-
media.
People,
This
like,
is
a lot
cool.
of people
like,
follow
yeah,
us
this is, I never heard it
afterwards,
before, but they want to
it's really
hear
cool.
new shit. It's exciting.
It
for
shows
us.
that we did a good show if they follow us on Facebook or Instagram or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Do you reckon that's one of the best scenes then in the UK?
Yeah, it's just where it is all happening.
yeah,
It
no,
is.
Easiest place.
Well,
Just
but we
is.
say that, but we've only experienced Bristol, Bath, and
But then
London.
saying that,
Like, we
Brit-
haven't gone
True.
to
Saying
Manchester,
that,
like,
Bristol-
up north, Manchester, and
Up north,
Liverpool.
Nottingham,
Manchester.
Thing
Oh,
is,
you watch movies, mate.
Bristol's still an amazing
watch
city
movies?
for music.
I
anyway.
don't can't watch movies, mate.
No fucking me.
Clinic-
I'm hyped to figure out what
Clinically
Brighton
blind
has
there,
as well.
mate.
Yeah.
Hey, just
We're
whack, the
going
sub-
Brighton.
just whack the subtitles on there.
Huh?
I'm blind.
Europe?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I mean,
I'd
we're
love
in
to go
Wales.
to
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Wales.
This is our
Different
first. This is
country.
our first non-England gig. Yeah.
Is Wales
It's
a different?
exciting.
Is Wales a different country? Oh, there's a principality.
Powers.
It's a principality.
Yeah, 'cause you got the.
Nobody knows what that means.
You got Mr. Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales.
This is called.
Royal family don't
tangents.
mean a lot
How
to
does
me.
how does your songwriting process go? Who writes the songs? Do you jam it out
I write the
together?
melodies and the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean,
Shove
I
it with
think
these
as a
guys.
rhythm guitarist and a very good lyric writer, Leo does quite a lot of the. You know, you have like a cake, right? And you need like sponge, and then you need icing, and then if you're making like a Victoria sponge, you need jam in the middle. We got that kind of base where Leo's got like the bottom sponge, then we've got like jammy base, another sponge, and then some icing on the top or sugar.
So yeah, see, it's more like Leo's like, guys, I've had a good idea for a cake, and we're like, I've got the ingredients, I've got the sponge, I've got the eggs, you know, and then we're like, okay, let's do it.
But the thing, it's nice because we either turn him down and be like, oh, that's not really a bandy song, or we bring our own, like Ollie's written a song, I'm writing a song at the moment, we got in the works, and we're all we're learning as we go how to write songs just from playing gigs and what people appreciate. We learn a lot from the audience reaction.
Yeah, you
And it's
do.
taken us a long, considering we've been 2 years going, it's taken a long time to like really pinpoint our sound, and I think we've definitely found it now with the kind of like ska reggae vibe with like the indie kind of roots and stuff.
But I think our EP will show that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the EP. I'm looking forward to this view, by the way. This view.
Yeah,
is
this view's a
beautiful.
lovely view.
EP's out in October.
Cool.
Don't know yet, mate.
It's probably just self-titled.
I mean, our idea was just guys being dudes.
Well, that's
but,
not what it's going to be
just
called,
guys
though.
being dudes.
but Dana and Ollie
No,
shot. That was a straight.
It's probably going to be self-titled.
I think 'cause-
Hum Fuzz, because it's the first body of work we've ever put out.
Yeah, I understand that because we want to take it. We want people to take it seriously. But I think by just calling it something completely unserious, it's just funny. Just call it like.
Because we're not very
Blackenhawk.
we're not very serious, are we?
No, we don't. When we play gigs, you're not like, oh, this band, yeah, okay. What's their message? Yeah,
And,
what's their message?
You know, and never once we
you,
finished.
It's like, yeah, this is fucking.
Never
fun,
once have we
I
come
hope.
off, like we've all had our bad days where we have played awful, and not once have we come off a gig and been like, you've played shit. You
I
didn't
like
play
that.
very
Have
well.
a little argument about. We never
I like
do.
that.
We just
We've
never
never
take
argued,
the piss out of
they're
each other.
arguing.
We're
You
like,
never disagree creatively or anything.
Oh, so sometimes we
Disagree, but not in
we'll
like an
disagree,
argument.
but then we'll find a solution because it's like I don't think that worked, and someone's like, no, but I think it does work, and it's like, all right, how can we find a
But,
compromise?
you know, families argue, and if anything, we're a family, so
Were you friends first or band first?
Friends first.
friends first.
Went to school
yeah,
together.
band first.
Fan first. I hate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
hate each other.
Oh.
Who are you?
I'm in it for
You're in my band.
I'm in
Oh,
it for
we're
the
not
money,
friends.
really, to be honest.
He's in
yeah.
it for the money because he's a Capricorn.
I have no arguments to that. I don't know.
Because it's a true fact, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking to the future then, if you guys could play any venue or event in the world, which would you choose?
Look into the future.
I mean,
now.
it's shooting big.
Glasgow.
It's shooting big.
Glasgow.
But it'll always be the
Glasgow,
goal for me personally is the Pyramid stage of
Glasgow
Glastonbury
headline.
Festival of Contemporary Performing
Surely.
Arts.
So
you know,
we're like a 30-minute drive away from Glasgow main stages from our houses, so it's like a very local festival for us.
And we go and stuff. Alex, unfortunately, wasn't able to
fence.
break the wall this year.
He
but
tried breaking in.
The rest, us two went, and it's the sickest. Like that would be the pinnacle of the band, surely.
Yeah, that'd
I think it's the biggest crowd you can get in the UK. Like,
It's the
just-
biggest
could be.
festival.
One of the biggest festivals in the world.
Population. So when the Pyramid stage headlines like that 10 p.m. or Saturday or Friday, that's the biggest stage. Apart from maybe stadiums and shit.
I mean,
That
That doesn't.
It's
like,
not in the same
that
category.
Should we
doesn't-
put on a Live Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do a Live Aid.
Stadiums don't intrigue me. I'm not bothered.
Yeah,
about
neither.
stadiums. I'd ra-
Neither. We're not Stadium Rock.
Yeah, I'd
We're not
rather be.
U2,
I'd rather
mate.
be closer. I'd rather do more dates of smaller gigs than like a couple of dates of massive ones.
Yeah.
Personally, anyway.
But I mean, if the stadium tours, if they're like you can stadium tour, then we got a stadium tour because there's a roof, and we must shatter that roof.
What, imagine just us on like a stadium just going like Rick later, didn't do it around for me. And people like
It's not for me.
on a screen like
Not for me. I don't think.
I think seeing a photo of myself on TV, like one of those big screens, would be insane. That
That's
would
true.
be I wouldn't be able to picture that feeling.
Do you guys ever play like unplugged, behind instead of drums? And
no.
We
but
do.
want to
Well,
do
that
We've tried a couple acoustic
acoustic sets. Like no, well, we're doing the acoustic interview thing.
When?
For BBC Radio Bristol,
Oh yeah.
which
Oh, we're
is
Radio
in
Bristol, aren't we?
which is in
September.
September.
We're like band of the week, or whatever. So we're doing acoustic.
And there have been a couple.
kind of stuff.
There have been a couple good bands of the week as well, which you should check them out as well. Like,
Our friends, Attic and Matic are on there. They're so good.
They're here.
They're here as
They're
well.
playing
Homies.
Sunday.
they
They're
are
the
they
guys you
are
should
over
interview.
there right
Yeah.
now.
And
Cam
they
next
were
to us.
band of the week on BBC Radio Bristol. And Lorcan, Kenny, Kai, so creative and like just really inspiring people.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out with them all weekend. Like,
And they're moving to Brighton, man.
They're literally
Yeah.
there now.
They're literally that's them.
And like, and like going back to a previous
Cowboy
question
hats
of
to
like
bases.
being inspired by your peers as well. Like they are, we inspire each
Work
other,
off
don't
each
we?
other.
We work off each other. We're good mates. It's,
I
we
just
put a
love
gig
the-
on. It'd be
Like,
like
we learn off each
yeah.
other's gigs, I think.
Put a
quite
gig on,
easily.
support us. They put a gig on, you support us. It's just a good. It's good.
It's so much fun.
what's your so was your definition of like having made it be being able to play the Pyramid stage, or would it be before that at some point?
Personally, it's just living off it.
Yeah, I think making it
Making it
the
a
job.
full-time
F-
living.
the first stage and the most satisfying stage is probably just not being able to, not having to work a 9 to 5 and just gigging
Yeah.
a few nights a week,
Yeah.
being on tour and writing albums and actually making enough money to make a living off it.
Just living.
Yeah.
Because
Like people being like, oh, what's your job? And you not having to be like, oh, we're working in Tesco's, but this
I'm in a
band.
band.
But you can be like, oh, my
musician.
job is my band. Like I'm a
I'm a musician.
You
musician.
need the time free to get the caliber up as well and keep playing and practicing.
Yeah.
the thing that holds us back and probably holds any young band back is
Money.
college, uni, school,
Yeah.
everything. You
All the
know,
stuff.
like to the point where you could go to a studio and just spend a couple days in the studio jamming out, recording some stuff, and then go out and gig.
I
life.
do admire us though. I think we've really been motivated to keep it going, and the fact that we're all going to Brighton, like only a couple of us are going to uni. Me and Ollie are just settling at working full time, and then all living in a house in Brighton and making it and trying for the band there because it's kind of close to London. We want to keep
the
it
big
going.
move.
We don't want to split off to uni and then just not write songs anymore. You know, we're
And
trying to
like,
take it seriously.
for me and Leo going to uni, we're both doing music-based stuff, so I hope we can take the stuff we learned at uni and apply it to the band, and
Yeah.
constantly improve it.
Do you think that you would continue anyway for the passion of it anyway for years to come?
Yeah, I think we will.
yeah, man. I think we just love each
I
other
can't
and we
imagine
love the
work.
gigs.
I can imagine doing anything else. Like
And
if I wasn't in a band, I just like
And
what
the
would I do?
And the thing is,
I've got shit all GCSEs.
and
I just literally work in Tesco. For
we've
the rest of my life.
exceeded all of my expectations personally as a band already. So it's like, why stop now?
That's really nice.
If we've exceeded
Why
it, then
stop now?
Why stop now?
Why stop
Why stop
now,
now?
Yeah,
George?
what's the
It'd
point?
be-
I'ma say
What's
that.
the point?
Every fucking day.
Every fucking
Why
day.
stop?
Why stop
Give
now?
me one reason.
Because you got uni. Nah, fuck that, man.
Does it feel good? I thought you were reining me in.
What's the best thing that you could do to support you? Would it be going to gigs rather than streaming your music, or a bit both?
Coming to the gigs.
Yeah.
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 And
When you see people there that are
Sharing
enjoying
us.
it, it's the best.
Sharing us
tell your
around.
friends, word to mouth. Hum Fuzz.
just like dancing. Yeah, people having a good time.
Hummington
and,
Fuss.
Hummington Fuzz. Good luck.
I'm liking the songs though.
If you could sit down for lunch with anyone at all, past or present, who would you choose?
If we could sit down for lunch with anyone.
Who would you
Together?
invite and what would you ask them?
Us four together or individually?
Man, anyway.
It'd probably be.
Yeah, who would you say? Let's go down the line.
I'm still thinking, man.
Yeah,
Big
no,
question.
go down that line.
Big question.
Okay, I'd probably say Elvis Presley. I'd have a little conversation with him. talk
What?
through
What
stuff.
went
I'm
wrong,
not a huge
Elvis?
fan- I'm not a huge fan of Elvis. I just find him a very, very interesting person.
You
And
mean
he's-
how he jacked up African American music and put a white face on it and made it his?
Hey, buddy, how did you die on the loo? How did you
Oh, yeah,
die
that's
on the
true.
loo?
You know what? Mine
That's
would
my
be
main
the one and only Freddie Mercury
Ooh, that's a
because
good one.
he's a god.
Freddie Mercury.
I love
fair.
Freddie Mercury.
Does it have to be music?
No.
Lee Harvey Oswald. So I love a conspiracy
shit.
theory, and I'd be like, "Oi, mate, did you kill
Okay,
him?" And
I've got a better one.
see if he answered.
Wait,
and then,
the JFK killer, bro. There were multiple
exactly.
angles,
That's
bro.
why I'm asking him because I want a real answer.
I'd probably say actually Hunter S. Thompson. I'd change my vote to Hunter S. Thompson.
You look a bit
Do a
like
load of drugs with it.
Yeah.
Really?
you
Thank
do.
you very much, man.
It's not a good thing. He took acid for breakfast.
That is a good point. See you later, boys.
Brilliant thing.
No, I admire him for his writing though. The fact that he had, like, he lived till in his 60s, and I think someone with that much, I don't think he would live that long. I didn't think many people would live that long.
Well, yeah, if you're doing
He
fucking
had a good
coke for
brain. Though.
breakfast
He had a
and
good
shit.
brain.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
clever.
it could be Robert Johnson and be like, I'm not religious. Did you meet the devil on those crossroads? Did he give you the blues? Did he give you the blues? And then I'll see what he says.
Good shout. He'd probably be
He
like,
could,
yeah.
he could just be like, nah. I just
When you're
practiced
like,
the
oh.
room.
What do you think, man?
Come on, Leo.
Just say my mum or dad.
I'd go to lunch with Hum Fuzz.
I'd love to go to lunch.
I'll get a salmon bagel.
Either Nina Simone, just so she could tell me so many things. A, about the music industry. B, about how to sing. C, about how to turn your sadness into like the most beautiful thing ever. And that's And then the other one would be I forgot his name. I
Van Gogh?
forgot his name.
Hendrix.
No, it's another musician. Oh, Justin Vernon. Similar thing.
Justin Bieber.
But I don't.
Just slap him across the table.
The thing is, him and because they'd both Bon Iver, yeah, and he'd tell me how, like, he'd also explain like how, it's just expression. I suppose everyone has their own way of doing it. I'm gonna ramble, but I'm gonna stop soon. But like, everyone has their own way of doing it. But like, I think both these people could have their own own way of explaining it to me, and I think that'd be amazing. And like, I just love the way they express themselves. Yeah.
See, I would say Hendrix, but I think his music and his life story speaks for itself. And you wouldn't need to be him to know.
I mean, I'd love to talk to Van Gogh, and in that Doctor Who episode where you let him know what impact he's had.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
I
planet.
mean, because he
I'd
never
love to
knew,
do
he
that.
died before he was famous.
I'd love to have the
Yeah.
lunch with him and be like, buddy,
Boy, mate, you're sick.
you're the most famous artist in the
I mean,
world.
to be honest, that would break the space-time continuum quite a bit, but let's just
Hey, fucking
plot holes, fuck it, it's fine.
Someone watches Doctor Who.
There's actually a really good documentary on Nina's Simone on Netflix at the minute.
I've not seen it.
It's a story and,
Really?
very cheeky.
I'd love to hear
Leo,
that,
have
because I
you
know
heard-
she's been. I know some stories about how she's been messed over by the music industry and how she was depressed
It
and
wasn't her dream
alcoholic.
the way she went, like, it's the thing with it she went.
She's-
It's interesting.
That sounds great.
Leo, have you heard the miseducation of Eunice Wyman?
No.
It's like the mix of Lauryn Hill and Nina Simone. It's her miseducation of Lauryn Hill
Whoa.
plus one of Nina Simone's albums, and
What
it's
a
mixed up.
combination.
It's on YouTube. Look it
Combination.
up.
Combination. I'm
Look it
in.
up.
I'm in.
Which one of your songs then would you recommend if everyone's only got time to listen to one? And also, which one is the best for when you've got a full crowd and a hype and you want to make it?
Oh,
Garfunkel.
So like, if you had to listen to
ones
one
that are
online,
You mean ones that are out?
Minnesota.
Yeah, but people.
Because a lot of the set we play now hasn't been released as of yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the ones that
Gonna be on
we
the
played
EP.
now is on the EP coming out. Or most of them anyway.
I say
with
if you-
like the new vibe and stuff.
I mean, personally, if you're looking at SoundCloud, I'd probably say Minnesota.
Spotify, SoundCloud, Minnesota.
It's the most popular.
Oh yeah, Spotify,
It's
SoundCloud,
just
Apple
the
Music,
way it's-
Tidal,
the
if
way
that's your
it's-
thing.
The
That's
way
it. It's just so
made,
different to what
it
we're
sounds
writing now.
nice.
We've really progressed, so it's hard. We'd say that because it's our favourite, but it's not the most similar to what we'd write at all. Like it's very, very different.
Well, I feel
So
like
for live then,
for live.
For live, I'd say
Um,
I was talking to Ollie about this, saying Scarfunkel, like a huge audience and like
yeah,
a mosh pit.
Scarfunkel or Later Date. I think live, I have such a good time playing Later Date.
Ooh, later day.
I
I
mean-
don't really dance as much, but I just
Later
feel like it goes down well. And it- yeah.
More into it, and people are into it. And
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. If you give the energy and the crowd give the energy back, you feed off that double energy, don't you? And you triple the energy, and then
That's maths.
it's energy all around.
Quadruple the energy,
You
and then
quadruple the energy.
quintuple the energy, and then it's.
And then you're Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Exactly. I think personally for me, it'd probably
Fucking got grass in
be
your hair.
I know he's been putting it there.
it'd probably be Footsteps, a new one. I'd say Footsteps. It's my personal
Just
favourite.
everything coming out on EP. We all love the
Yeah,
songs.
we love the songs, and
They're our babies.
the one
Like, we
thing
love
when
my
you're
mum.
writing a song is you gotta love it yourself, and if you love it yourself, we hope you do too. Right?
nice, yeah. Alright, two more quick questions then. Do you guys have any good advice you would give to new starting musicians who haven't quite found their confidence or, you know, struggling to get their foot in the door for gigs and stuff?
Fucking go for it. And like email.
I think the two
We're
things
still in their spot though. We're still where
we
they
are,
are.
Yeah.
still, we
Yeah,
are still
well-
there, but I think the two things that have helped us the most is one, emailing, and two, having a stage presence. We've all
You guys are
started.
very, very confident.
We've all
Wonderful.
started, like not as
Good.
a cocky thing, but we've all just started enjoying our own music and being like, oh, I want to play this because I actually like
Not
the
being too
sound of
bothered.
it, and being like just dancing along. And if you stand still and play a song, no one's gonna dance or take it in. No one wants to. Like I wouldn't want to. But if the band are dancing, like there's nothing. Everything's
Yeah.
happy. Like you want to watch that, you want to join in.
And in ways of like the getting gigs and stuff, just don't take no for an answer. Just do not take no for an answer. Like, yeah, just piss people off, and then eventually they'll just be like, fine.
Any bad responses?
And don't
Yeah.
say your age. Because if you tell
Yeah.
if you told them we were 18, 19, they'd be
Yeah.
like, eh.
Or when we started, if we
Yeah.
told them we were 16, 17, it was a no-go.
Yeah.
Like, I had to say we were above 18 for the first gigs.
Yeah.
For some of them, anyway.
So don't mention your age.
Nah.
It's luckily Leo had developed facial hair from the get-go, so it'd always be.
That's not why we
Okay,
got
okay, I
gigs.
think-
Yeah, it was.
He's, do you want to give you a gig? He's got a beard. Yeah, okay.
Top tip for new musicians is to get a fake ID,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Just fix
Break the
yourself
law,
up, yeah.
I
asshole.
mean, you could go black
Break the
market.
law.
You go, yeah.
But
I
yeah.
mean,
What the
quick
fuck
question.
is Lorcan doing?
Quick questions. Hit us.
Oh yeah.
Hit me.
Another question.
What's next for you guys? What can we look out for? What,
well, the
EP.
EP.
Moving to Brighton. EP.
Brighton and
what
EP,
gigs
yeah.
coming up
More
as well?
sounds.
Not.
August the 2nd, but that might have been gone by the time you put
Yeah.
it out.
Mention the EP first. That's
But
Yeah.
the big thing when the EP comes out in October, we'll be doing kind of some gigs and stuff. Yeah, like get as many as possible actually.
Our music video as well. The manager has a plan for us.
The manager.
She was like, Dana, the manager. She was like, you can enjoy your summer, have a good summer, but when you come back, you're working.
Well, big
You're
work.
doing it.
Did you say that? I didn't hear her say
She
that.
did. She had it said to me. She was like, "You guys are. Oh, I'm gonna work you guys to shit." And I was like,
Can't
"Fair
wait.
Yeah. So when October comes, there'll be a lot of stuff. There'll be the EP, videos, gigs. Like we'll be working hard in
You
October
guys are fantastic. That
and
was
towards the end of it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
you
very
very
much
much.
for talking to us.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
fun.
it's been good fun.
That was
Thank
fun.
you.
So much
Should we all
fun.
go up to the camera and have a little smile?
Go on, zoom in slowly.
That's a wrap.